why did you choose to study at EHU and not at another Belarusian university?
Well, firstly because I wanted to focus myself onto possible, let's say, cooperation and collaboration during my studies between Lithuania and Belarus, because originally, while being Lithuanian, but I used to live in Belarus for all my life, I was all the time in between, Vilnius and Minsk and Vilnius, and I think EHU provides this possibility at least on a very, very high level. And while my classes and my studies are mostly connected with intangible cultural heritage studies and history of ideas, historical consciousness of Central and Eastern Europe, and particularly this region, I think EHU is the best possibility for me in this aspect, so that was the main reason.
Has the situation somewhat changed after the election in Belarus in 2010 for you?
I remember when I was on the square on December the 19th, especially at that time, while all the avenue was huge of people and this demonstration, it looked pretty good. And particularly that time, I got an idea that something maybe can change right now, but nothing changed and everything got worse and worse. And on the next day I moved back to Vilnius, and I've seen those lists of our students being imprisoned. Those 11 students of our university got from 10 till 15 days, and then several students they got 3 or 4 years of jail. And I think that everything in Belarus will become even worse, also due to current crisis of the economy in Belarus, and it's quite well understandable for us, because country situated in center of Europe can't be isolated from the others. And I think that maybe not this year, but maybe next year we'll see the difference, how something will change, and I think everything will be even worse. But then some challenges must be done to improve the situation. Some schools and other workshops were always told, you are the future leaders of Belarus and future intellectual elite and so on and so forth, and it sounds not very good, not very gentle, I may say, but it is true. And if you take a view on Belarus nowadays, in everything that is rapidly developed in aspects of culture, urbanism, visual studies, history studies, anything is done by those who have graduated at EHU, or they study at EHU nowadays, or they have a relative from EHU, so they're somehow connected with EHU.
Do you yourself hope to get a job in Belarus after your studies?
I think that we can't focus ourselves onto one state or one nation, and we can't say that I work particularly in this country, in this sphere, because everything is so rapidly developed that we do not know what will be in next 5-10 years. But I think after graduating on a May level, for sure in Europe, and we have Bologna process, we have mobility possibilities, so why not to use them? I think that I'll try to focus my research and my studies and my future career on particularly this region of Baltic Black Sea, between Baltic and Black Sea, let's say, northeastern Europe, Central and Eastern Europe, Eastern Europe as a whole. And I think we can do a lot, because this destroyed area of post-totalitarian societies must be developed somehow. And I think we, students of EHU, will be those who will develop everything here, not only in Belarus but also in neighboring countries as Lithuania, Ukraine, Poland and others.